come back in now and we've remasked over the top of the checker plate design, and we've left ourselves now the next stage, which is going to be a blade design, and it's going to be tribal. So if you're new to airbrushing, or this is something you haven't done before, go on the internet, grab yourself some images, print them off. That'll show you the colours in which the guys have used, where the highlights go, and you can then apply it to your project. Now this helmet, we haven't done any painting on this helmet for 3 days. So from that point of view, if this was a solvent-based system, you would have to have clear coated this with an Intercoat Clear. You would then need to colour sand it, and then you could start airbrushing again. Not so with Wicked Colours and Autowear Colours. One of the big advantages is, as long as you keep the surface dry, you can come back and keep airbrushing maybe a week later or 2 weeks later and not have to prep the surface. Just keep airbrushing. That is brilliant. Now, a lot of people are going to say, why am I using this gun? This gun is a Revolution. It's a trigger feed. It's a TR1. Now, I normally would use the top trigger, which is a dual action, but what I wanted to show you that is, if you actually depress the trigger and then let it go, that creates a dagger stroke. Now, not only from that point of view, for painting larger areas, I find I get a better spray from this gun because it acts like a spray gun. But for airbrushing, if you suffer from anything like arthritic pain or from muscle problems, or whether you've had carpal tunnel syndrome and you think, oh, I can't airbrush, you certainly can, because this was designed by Iwata to help these people with these problems so you can airbrush it, and it releases a lot of that pain you would normally get. Things have changed with this helmet. We now want to go with a soft bladed knife instead of a tribal knife blade. So we're going to come in now and we're going to do some shadowing on the outside very quickly, as you can see. We're going to put some highlights down the middle, and then we're going to come back in a minute and we're going to push the whole thing back with some candy. Okay, we finished off by using Autowear Colours Candy Teal Blue over the top to knock back all the white, bring it back into the tones of what the helmet is meant to be. Now, normally we would go over the top now and put some white highlights in off the front, off the top of the glistening, and where the sun comes down the blade. And that would make it really bright and show up as a blade, but because this helmet is actually being used, we're not able to do that. We've got to stay within some colours so it can actually fit the colours of the club. So we'll now start peeling back our mask, and we're going to go slow because we don't want to peel any paint, like I said before. Just don't rush any of this. Peeling back as close as you can to the helmet so you break the memory of the tape so it doesn't actually peel the paint upwards. So we'll now peel all this out off camera, and then we'll show you what the helmet looks like ready for the next stage. Rightio, we've now got this ready for clear coat application. What we've done off camera is we've put another coat of pearl black as a border around the outside of the graphics, and we've come in and we've hit another 2 coats of transparent base as an Intercoat Clear. Now, you could use Wicked or Autowear as far as transparent base is concerned. We've used Wicked here. And in particular, when you're using large flakes, metallic flakes, if you give it a couple of coats at the end with a transparent base, what it does is it evens out the paint system so the clear coat goes on nice and clean, and it goes on so it's flat, less buffing required. Now, from the point of view of transparent base as well, while we're talking about that, we've used it to lock down all the graphics. We've used it in between before painting the graphics, because what it does is it gives you a nice clean edge. You don't get any bleed throughs. We have not got one bleed through on this helmet, and we've got nice clean lines. Don't need the pinstripe. That says a lot for that application. That is the correct way of using it, and you'll get nice clean jobs every time. Now, as far as clear coat is concerned, we know that this will take any 2-pack clear on the market. That's why we do not sell 2-pack on our website, because you will find that flammable goods freight is very expensive. So go to your local crush supplier, get yourself 2-pack clear if you're in a situation that you're allowed to legally spray that. If not, a lot of single packs will work as well as acrylic lacquers, but what we suggest if you're not using 2-pack clear is to do a test panel, make sure it is compatible first before you go clearing your whole job. Now, what we've done as an example is we can have this 2-pack cleared by a lot of people that we know, but what I've done is I've gone to the local crash supplier and I've said to him that I've got a helmet to be done, and I asked him how much he was going to charge me. And this is what I suggest you do. Get friendly with your local crash repairer, because when they're clearing another job, a crash job or a job in which someone's bought in, and you ask them to just slip your job in with it, they're not setting up to clear your job on its own. He's going to charge me $25 to clear this helmet. So we're going to do that now. I'm going to send it off to him and we're going to get it cleared, and we're going to come back and we're going to show you the completed job.